Hi, this video is going to be on solving inequalities with negatives. And so we're going to see how that affects your solution. So we have the first problem we have here is negative 3.4m is less than or equal to 17. So I'm going to solve this inequality and I'm going to solve it by dividing. So I'm going to divide both sides by this negative 3.4. And when I do that, I get m by itself now, and on the right I have negative 50, because positive divided by a negative is negative. So now my solution is negative 50, so I'm going to put negative 50 on this number line. That means that if this is negative 50, then 0 is on the right. So negative 40, negative 30, negative 20, negative 10, here's negative 10, and here's 0. Well, that looks like 100, my bad. Well, let's put 0. So here's 40, 30, 20, 10, here's 0, there's 0. And then over here, this is negative 50. If this is negative 50, then this is negative 60, negative 70, negative 80. So here's negative 80. Okay, that's hard to read, but it's over there. Anyway, so if my solution is negative 50, then I'm going to put and since it's less than or equal to is up here, that symbol, then it's not going to be a colored in circle. So I'm going to check either side and see whether my solutions are less than or equal to negative 50 or greater than or equal to negative 50. So I'm going to choose a value to the left of negative 50, like I'm going to pick negative 100, which would be way over here, like negative 100. So I'm going to put negative 100 over here. So I'll check it, is negative, so I have negative 3.4 times negative 100, would that be less than or equal to 17? Well, this is a negative times a negative is a positive, so this will be positive 340. Is 340 less than or equal to 17? No. So that means that this is not true. So the numbers on the left of negative 50 will not work. Let me try the numbers on the right of negative 50. Like I'm going to choose 0. I'm going to use 0. So I have to put 0 in here. So if I put negative 3.4 times 0, is that less than or equal to 17? And that will be 0, and 0 is less than 17. My goodness. Looks like E. Okay, so since 0 is less than 17, that means the numbers on the right of negative 50 must be the correct solution. So my solution set is over here to the right. So those are things that are greater than or equal to negative 50. So my solution is actually greater than or equal to, not less than or equal to. Okay, so let me try an example so the same thing with this one. In this example, we would have 149.76 is greater than negative 19.2x. So to solve this, I'm going to divide by the coefficient, which is negative 19.2, and I'm going to do 149.76 divided by negative 19.2, but I don't know what that is. I don't have a calculator, so let me ask Alexa. Alexa, what is 149.76 divided by 19.2?
149.76 divided by 19.2 is 7.8.
7.8. Well, I didn't tell her it was negative, but it's going to be negative 7.8 because when I divide by a negative, positive divided by a negative is negative. So I have negative 7.8 on the left, and on the right I have x by itself. So, and the symbol we have, we're not sure of yet because we need to graph it first. So now our solution is a weird looking decimal. So it's going to be right here. Negative 7.8. So let me think about things that are to the right of negative 7.8. Well, if this is so let's say this is 0.6, 0.4, 0.3, 0.2, and then 0. So right here, this would be like negative 7, okay? And over here, this would be negative 8. And then, so we'll put this is negative 8 over here, okay? So negative 8 is on the left and negative 7 is on the right. So we can get closer to 0. So let me try things that are on the left, like let me try a number on the left of negative 7.8, my solution, which by the way is an open circle because there's no line under the, whoops, that's what's big, try again. So an open circle because there's no line under here, so it's just the symbol. Okay, so something on the left, like -8. Again, I don't know what that is, but I'm like, is 149.76, is that greater than -19.2 times -8? Well, let me ask Alexa. Alexa, what is 19.2 times 8?
19.2 times 8 is 153.6.
She said 153.6. Okay, well, is 149.76 greater than that? Well, no. So that means the numbers over there on the left do not work. So let me try -7 on the right. Will that work? So I'm going to do 149.76. Is that greater than -19.2 times -7? Alexa, what's -19.2 times -7?
Minus 19.2 times -7 is 134.4.
That's how much over the negatives. So is this a true statement? Yes. 149 is greater than 134. So that means the solutions are on the right. So all the things on the right of -7.8 are the solutions. So that means that the symbol between here, I'm going to have x is greater than -7.8. Will you say, well, why didn't you put the greater than symbol up there where you have, like, why didn't I put the greater than symbol here? Well, because x is the one that's greater, so really the symbol is going this way. The x is what's greater, so it's facing towards the x. So if you notice, the symbol flipped. So it was greater than, and it flipped here. And here, it was less than or equal to, and it flipped here. So why did it flip? Well, it flips because the number we're dividing by is a negative. So if you're doing this without checking it, then what you would have to do is when you divide by a negative, you would know that the symbol would then flip. But I find that kind of hard to remember, so rather than trying to remember if it flips or not, I just keep the same pattern and I just check both sides every time and wait to write my inequality till after I've graphed it. If you do that, you won't have to worry about it flipping. All right, good luck. Thanks.